When no one's watching, I work harder than when they are. That mindset has created this persistent, ever-present scorecard. A third party inside me that says, no one's watching? Good. That means now you have to work or else you're full of it. The sign of success is the hate you collect along the way. And the only person who can judge your success is you. Because only you know how much you really had left in the tank. When you're stagnating in business, plateaued, unsure of what to do, it hurts. When you're declining and still don't know what to do, it hurts, which means all conditions of reality are painful. So if pain is a prerequisite for reality, then pain is just a signal that we're alive. It's not a problem. It's proof that I'm breathing. It just doesn't matter. You can work every hour of the day, but unless you love the walk more than the destination, you'll never get far. I work all the time. That's all I do until I can't. People say, that's not healthy, and I ask, define healthy. I do as much as I can of the thing I want to do with every minute of my day. And I work harder now than I did when I was poor. Why? Because I've learned to enjoy it. Most people say, I wouldn't live my life that way, always working, always grinding. But the truth is, I'm always spending my time in pursuit. And that pursuit, that's my version of joy. I'll keep working until there's nothing left to be done. Everyone believes in the American dream until it actually comes true. Back when I was sleeping on a gym floor, I was the underdog. Clients would see the blanket and pillow in the corner. They say, good for you, you're chasing your dream. And they'd support me until I started succeeding. 9 months later, I had staff, a manager. I walked into the lobby and heard, boss man's here now. You're too good for us, huh? I was stunned. These were the same people who rooted for me, and suddenly they resented me. That's when I realized people want you to do well, just not better than them. The reason your goal isn't coming fast enough is because you only see others succeed the moment they succeed. You don't see the 10 years they sucked every time you fail. No one notices, but when you win, suddenly they're watching. So don't worry about failing in public. No one's looking. They barely notice when you succeed. The hardest part of personal development and entrepreneurship is that you don't know when the end is coming, but you still have to fight. Hard work isn't complicated. It's just continuous. Unending focus on one thing, on the tiny details that separate mediocrity from greatness. And if you don't know what those details are, that's exactly what hard work reveals. Most people confuse hard work with their hardest work, but that's not what's required to get the outcomes they say they want. When you finally get great at one thing, you realize the insane number of hours it took. And then you realize you only have the time to be great at very few things. So the question becomes, what are the 2 or 3 things you can be truly exceptional at? I'm okay being a beacon of relentless hard work. It's a never-ending cycle. The only voice I need to listen to is my own. We don't need to be taught more. We need to be reminded. There were so many times I delayed doing the thing I knew I needed to do. And when I finally did it, it took less time than all the procrastinating. If I just started, I could have knocked out 5 more things by now. So now I try to shrink the time between when I wake up and when I start. Between one task and the next. No more 30-minute warm-ups, just go. We waste our best brain power preparing to work instead of actually working. Most business owners do work hard. They just work on the wrong stuff in the wrong way, and they wonder why they're still empty-handed at night. Here's my definition of work. She work. Volume X leverage. Now, how many reps you do times how much each rep is worth. Cold calls? Great. If you got skill, those calls are worth 10x more, but skill only comes from doing the reps. That's the virtuous cycle. Do more, get better, earn more from the same work. One of my mentors taught me, work open to goal, which means you work from open until you hit the goal. If that takes till noon, you're done. If it takes till midnight, then that's how long it takes. High achievers live by this. Shoot until you hit 100 free throws. Practice until 0 mistakes. Work until the job is done, not until the clock says so. When no one's watching, I work even harder. That voice inside that third party is watching me, and it's saying now is when it matters. With every metaphorical lash of the whip, I learn that I can take it, and I can keep going Hard work is the goal, not hard work. So that is something happens. As soon as you say then that thing becomes the goal, not the work itself. But if the goal is the work, then who I become through the process is the real reward. The best days of my life were the ones where I had nothing left in the tank. So that's the goal. Now, to empty the tank, not to reach a destination, but to drive the car as hard as I possibly can. At first, it's just straightaways, then come the turns, then elevation, then no guardrails. Because as the game gets harder, the risks get higher. But still, I rev the engine. The only person who can judge your success is you, because only you know how much gas was really left in the tank. And here's the hardest part. There's a huge time delay between when you start behaving like a winner and when you start winning. The bigger the goal, the longer the delay. And most people give up because they don't get the feedback fast enough to know they're on the right path. Growth is painful. Plateau is painful. Decline is painful. So pain isn't the problem. It's just a signal that you're alive. At first, you think feeling bad means you shouldn't act. But later, you learn you can do the thing anyway. Eventually, you stop even thinking about how you feel. You just do it. Champions reframe anxiety as excitement. They don't say, I'm stressed. They say, I'm amped. And if you still feel anxious, that just means you need more practice.